Hey, and we're live. It is Friday, right? September 4. September 4th. Here we are, September 4th. And that infamous weekend, Labor Day weekend. That's an oxymoron. Labor Day. Think about that. Holiday. Anyway, with all that said, Mark Gassert, Peachtree Corners, Georgia, peachiest place on the planet. Mark's message. Last night we had a fantastic uh, interview session here with Kirk Smith. He did a tremendous job. He shared his life with us. We're probably going to come back for part two of that just to let you know, because Kirk has so much to offer from a musical perspective, as well as what I consider him to be a person that's the ultimate winner in life with what he's doing day in and day out. And we learned that he is involved with CBD oil, and he's venturing onward on that new career path as well. Seems to be doing rather well for him. And I'm so glad that he's getting his health back. So we'll pick that up at a later time. I'll probably have to, you know, talk to Kirk and see what's a good time for us to do that. But I thought that was a lot of fun last night, talking to a conductor, a musician, and even what he's doing from a business perspective. Really cool. And with that said, Mark's message, it is Friday. It's Freeform Friday. So, I've got to give my shout outs, first of all, to all my brothers and sisters at the Grow Live Nation, right? All my streamers. It's so good that you're here. If you're here with us, as well as the Seller Die Hard organization, Emerging Sales Winners, Megamind, everybody within Peachtree Corners, all those streamers that are out there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, what I wanted to do today, and this is kind of cool, I'm going to do a little promotional, and something really cool came in the mail. And I'm really looking forward to reading this soup to nuts, front to back, cover to cover. But I'll put this up here. And we interviewed this particular individual here, Mr. Brian Monahan, Customer Delight 365. He started this manuscript right here back around the year 2016, and it's finito. And I'm going to read you something for today. Excuse me, Brian. I know I should start at the very beginning of the book, but I couldn't help myself. September 4. But I just want to say, Brian, this is really an awesome book. I mean, this Customer Delight 365, not only is it full of wise quotations, personal insights, but it teaches you the practical application process of these quotes. So I'm going to share with you right now today, since the year of our Lord, September 4, 2020. And this is how Brian starts this one out, September 4th. Do what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it, in the way you said you're going to do it. Let me read that one again. Do what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it, in the way you said you're going to do it. And it's by Larry Winget. And I don't personally know who that is, but I'm sure I'm going to find out. But Brian's take on this is what's really cool about this book. So Brian gives you the quote. Now he comes back and says, here's my take, right? You've got to meet Larry sometime. And man, I would love to meet the guy. He is a no holds barred kind of guy. He says it like it is, but he also walks the talk. So right now, I already like Larry, because if he's one of those guys, that's my type of person. He doesn't just preach it, he's teaching it. So the best businesses focus on keeping their commitments than flashy marketing. Let me read that again, what Brian just shared. And that is a mouthful. The best businesses focus on keeping their commitments than flashy marketing. Don't let your mouth offer up what your feet can't deliver. So, kind of like the premise of, you know, not over promising and under delivering, but you promise, but you over deliver. So I really like this book already. And Brian, man, this dude, maybe we'll get him back again because I feel like I have more questions to ask Brian. Brian is a maniac, a brainiac rather, and he's in the AV world right now in the hospitality. So we'll have to get him back here. So with that, I just wanted to share that with you. Another thing, since we're getting into this fun-filled weekend called Labor Day, um, do you think it's hard to do two things at once? I want you to think about that this weekend, even if you're with your brother-in-law or someone you don't care about. Um, you ever try doing two things at once, right? Like try patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. That's hard for most of us, right? So, where am I going with this? How do you juggle listening and talking, right? Can you look in the rearview mirror as you're driving your vehicle and then go straight ahead while and drive at the same time? That is kind of improbable to do, to be a successful driver. I would love for somebody to try that on 285. Although we all know here in Metro Atlanta, there are probably people right now driving a gajillion light years out there like maniacs trying to get somewhere. So please be careful too. But can you listen to a person and think about what you want to say? Do you ever do that? Someone's talking to you and you're not really listening, you're not engaging, and all you're doing is you're waiting for them to finish, and then it's like, boom, you're going to pounce. So this weekend, if it's with your spouse, significant other, a relative, um, one of your children, listen, just listen. More importantly, if you don't, you might miss what they are trying to say. And what happens is you fail to hear the essential element of the information someone's trying to give you. You go, yeah, 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 I got it, I got it, I got it. So, with that, we all know listening is a skill. Man, there is that word again, skill. And that takes me back, where, to Taken. I have a set of skills. There's nothing wrong with a set of skills, but listening is a great skill. And listening really is a verb, and that's how it should be. Uh, it is voluntary action, but you got to keep working on it and controlling your listening. I heard the other day um, someone tell us at work, and I checked it out online about when you're talking to somebody on the phone, hit the mute button as they're talking to you. And this isn't a bad technique if you think about it. Hit the mute button, and as they take a breath and you think they're finished, just keep the mute button on and you'll figure it out. It's kind of an interesting technique to try. Next time your mother in law's talking to you or whoever, just hit the mute button. Could be your brother or sister. I'm teasing you. But what happens is sometimes, folks, is we get distracted by something the person speaking is stating, making his point, he or she, and then we disagree. And then automatically, shink, we got to pounce and throw in our 2 cents. And what does it look like when one is not listening? And you can tell because they're just going, and they're just waiting for you to finish. And then they're going to interrupt or judge what the other person's saying, and they're just going to pounce. So I'm going to bring this up next week. This is one of our, believe it or not, weekly Wednesday workshop coming up. And since we have a short week next week, because the Tuesday is actually going to be a Monday when you break it down in its purest form for some people. And whatever you do out there this weekend, folks, go easy on the alcohol. Take care. Enjoy yourself. Have fun, but don't get crazy. You know, enjoy yourself. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the day off Monday. For those of you that are not working, have a great time. So, we're going to talk next week about becoming a better listener. And we'll talk about how you can get propelled into our weekly Wednesday workshop, which will be September 9th. Anyway, with all that stated here today, I'm going to back it on out of here and wish everybody a continued successful Friday, remainder of it, propelling into the Labor Day weekend. Spend some quality time with your family, your friends. Listen more than you want to open up your mouth. Engage people that way. Work on your listening skill. And there's that word again, skills. And with that, as always on Mark's Message, it's about being a leader, being a friend, most important of all, being of service. That is the ultimate. And since they're playing baseball, I am getting into my approach. And remember, everybody out there from Mark's Message, if you keep swinging for the fences together, we can knock it out of the park. I will see you, believe it or not. Yes, I will have a little brief broadcast on Monday. That happens to be Labor Day. So, what better day to celebrate Labor Day with Mark's Message? So, with that, I will catch you on Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Have fun with your family and friends. See you Monday.